Hello，
Hi, um, hi on. This is Martin from Strafe Esports. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. I'd like to begin by congratulating you on today's win, a huge and very important win, obviously. Um, Now, to begin, I gotta ask about Shun, right? Could you talk me through the team's thought process behind the decision to play with Shun instead of Wei for today's series?
那首先恭喜你们今天获得胜利。那可以稍微讲解一下今天先发是顺而不是魏的这个选择吗
这个是我们教练组的决定，这个我不知道。
？So I'm not really sure why, since it's decided by our coaches.
Okay, that's fair. Could you maybe talk to me about what the main differences you feel are between playing with Shun and playing with Wei?
那可以稍微简单讲解一下，就是和顺跟魏玩的时候的差别在哪里吗？
我觉得勋选手的话，在游戏内心态特别的好，然后他玩这些战士英雄玩的特别好，然后微选手的话，就是在游戏中很会指挥队友，然后会去帮助队友。
So I think that Shun has a good mindset in games, and he's really good at playing the fighters. And Wei is more like he can like directly control the team as a leader.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, this was also the first time that Jayce was picked during the Swiss stage this year. Was that Knight's decision to play Jayce or a combined team decision? And what do you think it is that made Jayce a strong pick for this game?
那在这场中选出了杰斯这个英雄，是奈 t 自己的选择吗？还是说是大家一起讨论的？那又觉得说这个英雄选出来之后，有对我来说有什么不一样的改变吗？
嗯，杰斯的话就是 K 皇自己想选的英雄，因为下去被搬了2个中单之后，没有什么特别好的中单了，就选出了这个英雄。我感觉，杰斯这个英雄对队伍的帮助就是他在1、2件或者3件套的时候打架很强啊，然后越到后期越乏力了，就可以帮助队伍在前期的碰撞冲刺团可以做出更好的那种打架的优势。
So picking Jace was a knight's personal decision, and picking Jace was because there are a few bans according to top lane, so that's why he picked. And picking Jace in game wise, I personally believe that it's strong for about when he got 2 or 3 items, and it's helping the team fight goes well.
Mhm. Right. Now BLG are 2-2 at the Swiss stage, right? And your next series is going to decide whether you move on to quarterfinals or if you're eliminated from Worlds altogether. When you were coming into the tournament, was there any part of you that thought you might be put in this position?
那 BLG 现在是2-2嘛，那之后就要决定你们是否能够晋级。那在进入瑞士轮前，有没有想过会是这样的一个局面？
嗯，就进入瑞士轮之前，我觉得我们应该会很轻松的去晋级嘛，然后没想到会这么，嗯，就这么艰难吧。现在是2-2就生死局了，然后希望下一把顺利拿下。
So before coming to Swiss stage, I thought it would be easy for us, but then it didn't, like we didn't think that it would be this difficult. Now we're in this situation, and it's now the next game will be a do or die game. So of course we hope that we'll um, advance.
Mm, absolutely. Now, on would you say that the losses versus LNG and T1 have affected the team's confidence? Would you say that the losses have had an effect on the way you play the game?
那对上 LNG 和 T1 的落败，有没有影响到就是整个团队的心情呢？
嗯就是大家太久没有输过了，然后通过输比赛去找到了很多问题，然后去改正。
So, for those two games, I think that we haven't lost in a while, and it's because of those two losses we found out our problems, and then we kind to like improve.
Okay. Now, during your game today, your games, PSG actually put up a very strong performance, right? Um, what would you say it is about the way that PSG plays the game that allows them to have such strong showings against very strong teams, even despite them coming from a minor region?
那今天 PSG 其实在两场游戏前期都表现得蛮强势的。那你觉得他们身为一些就是算是比较外卡队伍的，是什么样让他们能有这样的优势呢？
我觉得 PSG 他们在前期那些小规模碰撞，然后还有这些上辅、上野，然后野辅这些小规模碰撞的时候，他们指挥和配合做的特别的好吧。嗯，然后我觉得他们都是一些挺厉害的选手的。
So I think that for PSG, they're for example, top and jungle or top and support. They have like really small team fights. Their macro was really good, and then that's why they have like leads in the early games.
Mm, okay. Now, I'm very curious about this personally. Do you feel like the atmosphere and the pressure of Worlds is any different or bigger than at say the LPL Summer Finals?
那就是在世界赛和在 LPL 的夏季决赛的时候，你觉得就是这个压力的对比是不是相似的呢？
我觉得的话，就是我觉得世界赛的压力会比在国内的比赛压力更大，然后感觉大家都比较紧张，在打世界赛的时候有点放不开手脚，然后希望我们从现在开始，找回之前的状态吧，然后下场好好加油，进到8强，然后希望能去到英国。
So I think that playing in Worlds is more stressful for us, and then uh, being playing in Worlds, we kind of like haven't like compared to being in LPL, we didn't find our like standard now, but like after playing a few games, I hope we will find our how we play normally, the feelings back, and then I hope we'll advance until we go to London.
Okay. Now, despite the losses to LNG and T1, I'm sure a lot of people would agree that BLG are still a big they're still big favorites to win Worlds. So I'm curious who you would say are your biggest competition or rivals on your way to winning Worlds.
那即使现在就是有两场落败，但很多人还是认为 BLG 是最有可能今年拿下世界冠军的队伍。那在之后，你觉得个人最有威胁的是哪一个队伍呢？
我觉得还是先把2-2的队伍看重一下。
So for now, I want to focus on the teams that are on the same scores, like 2-2 with us.
Mm. Okay, and now on that note, I just have one more question for you on. Do you have any preference on who you would like to face on your final match of the Swiss stage?
那你个人有没有比较想要在瑞士人最后对上哪一个队伍呢？
希望能再打一次 T1。
I hope we'll face against T1 again.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, thank you so much for your time on. That's all the questions I have for you today. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and best of luck for the remainder of your games at Worlds.